Yeah, and even training, starting to train some of that rotational, like Dr. Spina. How long ago did you take that functional range conditioning?
3 years ago.
Yeah, I took it like 2 weeks ago or a week ago or something. So it's been
Yeah,
recent. It's been recent.
Spina's been a big help because I
Yeah,
talk regularly now, and he just had the issue too as well.
yeah, he
He was
tore his
back,
ACL. Yeah.
yeah, he's back on his feet. I think in 5 weeks.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
just teaching him, doing his movements. He was like, man, listen. He's like, you're doing all the right things. Do controlled articular rotations. Like your life depends upon it.
Right.
And from there, I'm just like, all right, perfect. We'll do some iso ramping. I'm doing essential neural grooving, and these are all FRC
Mm-hmm.
terms, but basically we're just trying to prime the tissue to
Yeah.
allow it to, one, have optimal range of motion, and then strengthen up the tissue surrounding the joint capsule. That's important for just overall stability. Because at the end of the day, my surrounding tissue and also the surrounding joints, right? They need to be moving optimally.
100%.
Otherwise, there's going to be something going on there too as well. And that's usually how injuries occur. It's not, and this was a little bit different, but most of the injuries occur from having dysfunction from, opposing or opposite sides of the body. So we want to find out a way of like, okay, now we need to audit the entire movement system. And now I can do that through a joint by joint approach.
Right. And he talked about tibial rotation, which is important. You do have some end range rotation, some tibial movement. So think about yours as kind of a torsion, like a rotational type injury, right? So
Yeah.
working that rotation is really important as well. Getting yourself in some of those when your capacity is there, when you're ready, when you're healed up enough, working, getting that mobility back, and also being able to control that. But yeah, it's super important. Like you said, don't just fixate on that joint. You got to look at the whole body as a whole. You have to look at the hip, the ankle mobility. You have to look at the other side, because a lot of times, if say your other ankle is bad or something, you may put increased pressure on your right knee. That's where it may end up, because that's the weak point. But
Yeah, and that does happen. That happens a lot with fight sports, right? A lot of athletes, combat sport athletes, they get those imbalances happening there too as well. The asymmetries are, always prevalent in these types of athletes. So again, for me, I know my left side because I was a southpaw. Like my entire left hamstring is way bigger than my right hamstring. Now I'm pulling it back together. I'm balancing them out, but my right knee is the knee that got injured. You know what I mean? So just so happens there, and then just those imbalances we need to fix.